Hey guys, what's going on? Troy at Mountain Man Treasure here, and fourth quarter has started.
Mountain Man.
Treasures.
Welcome into the channel, guys. My name is Troy. I'm a part-time reseller based out of Montana. I work at a radio station during the day, and then when I get off of work, it's time to go find things to sell online. Now, I do that on eBay primarily. And what we're going to do in today's video is take a look at some of the things that I've sold over the last about 2 weeks or so, because it has really picked up. Now, I know officially fourth quarter, it started a little while ago, right? But when, especially for new people, new resellers, they're going, okay, I heard fourth quarter was supposed to be big. Where is it? That probably happened for about a month, because while there's fourth quarter, then there's real fourth quarter, right? And that starts right about Thanksgiving, right about that week, usually a little bit leading up to, and then certainly after it starts to pick up. And over the last couple of weeks, we have been doing gangbusters out of my store. Things are selling really, really well. It's taken me pretty good time to pack when I get home from work and then get those things off to the post office, which is a good problem to have. And it's going to last for probably another 2 weeks or so, and then we're going to start getting the returns. So if you are new, be ready in January to see an uptick in returns. That happens every year, but we're not thinking about that right now. We're thinking about the things that are selling. And so I'm sort of looking back. I didn't even count how many that I jotted down here, but sort of starting, we'll start at the top here and work our way down with some of the top sales, just to give you a look at what's been selling over the last couple of days. You've seen me pick these things up. You've seen me talk about them. So let's share when they sell, right? And here is the first one. Check this out. Yep, we talked about it. This is the Disney badge. You saw this just a couple of videos ago. Paid $150 for this on a Friday. Listed it on a Saturday night, and it sold on Sunday morning for $599 plus priority shipping. Now, I did insure that for extra. I don't do that on a lot of stuff, but for the high dollar stuff I do, it was $8 for a little bit of peace of mind. So I'll take the hit on the $8 on a $600 sale. That's fine. And it got there, and the buyer left me positive feedback. He was thrilled. So that is a really good sale and an immediate turnaround, right? Well, we had 2 of those badges. The other one was a hat badge, and otherwise looked identical. It's just the backing is different because it was made to go on their hat. And guess what? I listed that on Sunday night, and it sold Monday morning. Check it out right here. This one sold. I took an offer for $550. Again, paid $150 for that. I could have held out and, probably gotten $575 or something like that. If you saw the last video, $599 was the highest that badge has sold on eBay in the last 15 years. So I certainly hit above the mark. Generally, they sell about $500. So even $550, I was above, and I thought, yeah, I'm just going to turn this into cash right away, get it in the bank. And so those 2 sales, fantastic. We made some money out of an antique store. And number 3 on our list today, something else that we just talked about. These guys, these are the Bose headphones. I paid $120 for these out of a pawn shop, and they sold for $214.49 plus shipping. So not a huge return, but they were new and sealed. They were Bose. I absolutely knew they would sell. So I was okay laying out $120 to make, what, $65 or something in profit after eBay fees and that sort of thing. Not a huge profit, right? Like, so typically if it's just a generic item and you're like, well, I think this ought to sell, I wouldn't lay out that much money to make $65. But I 100% knew that these were going to sell and sell very quickly, so I was fine making that easy money. Now, something else that I knew would sell, though it took a little bit of time, is this guy. This is a Stetson hat. I picked this up for $5 at a sale where she was just getting rid of stuff because they were moving. And this was a beautiful hat. Only one very small mark on there, and it was very faint. So this might as well have been new out of the box. Incredible hat. And I only sell cowboy hats if they're worth good money, because they are a pain to pack up. You can't just shove it in a box. You see hats like this, they're in a hat box. They're actually stored upside down. The crown of the hat lays in a box. So you've got to flip it upside down. It's got to lay in a box, and you got to put that box in another box. I think it ended up being 20 by 20. It was a huge box. In order to fit this thing, you got to protect it. It takes some time to pack a cowboy hat correctly. And so I wouldn't sell cowboy hats unless they're actually worth a good amount of money. And this one was. Stetson is a brand to look out for. And I took an offer on this one of $140 plus shipping. Now, USPS quoted her like $63. And she said, hey, I don't know about this shipping. I said, you know what? I'm going to package it up. It's going to go UPS and it's going to be cheaper. So let me go ahead and figure that out, and then I'll refund you the difference. I did that. And so we got it. I think UPS shipped it out for $17 and change. A huge difference. It was just going down to Colorado, and USPS wanted to charge like $63 because it was an oversized box, right? One thing to note on this was a 6X. I don't know if you saw on the listing, I did 6X, and then I listed X 6 times. On the inside of cowboy hats like this, there are going to be different numbers. And for Stetsons, that is going to denote how much beaver pelt is in the felt of the hat. The higher the number, basically the higher quality it is. So up to, I think, 10. And so 6 is a pretty high number. You can't get from them the actual ratio. That's sort of that's a secret. They won't tell you exactly. But they do say that the more X's are on there, the more beaver is in there and the higher quality it is. So if you see that on the inside of hats and you see a high number, you know that is a fantastic hat. So just a random Stetson tidbit for you. From that very same sale, she had a whole bunch of books that she gave away for free. And we talked about these library editions. Well, look at this guy. This is The Old Man in the Sea. This was the best of the lot by far. And it took a little bit, took about a month to sell, but it sold $113.74 plus shipping for this book that we got for free. Yeah, $3.99. I love it. Then we sold something. This was a retail arbitrage find. My daughter wanted to stop at Hobby Lobby and pick up some art supplies, and so I randomly cruised down a couple of the toy and model aisles, and I found this. This is Transformers. It's Starscream. I got it for half off, so I think it was just under $25, and I got 2 of them. The market here, it was really good, and then it kind of crashed, but I'd already bought them, so I thought, well, let's just leave them listed. The nice thing about selling internationally is sometimes the market is not good here, but it's going to be good elsewhere, and that's what happened. This one sold overseas. It went to the UK, sold for 86.22 Great British pounds. If I remember the math, that comes out to about 115 US dollars. So we do have to pay shipping on that, but it wasn't super heavy. Shipping actually came out pretty cheap, so we made a decent profit on that one, and we still have one more that eventually is going to sell. Then we sold a Christmas-related item. I picked this up very early this summer at a garage sale for $5 once again. This is a Milestone toy box. It's got music, it's animated, you know, the things move on it. Very cool piece, and it was brand new. They never used it. In fact, this was one of those listings where you could see, and I made sure that people saw it. I leave it on there when I find stuff like this. There was a little piece of tape and a little piece of Christmas wrapping paper that was still attached to that. I leave that on there when I find those, because that's just that little clue to people that, oh, this really is brand new. They got it for Christmas and never used it. So I left that on there, and that's what happened with this one. It was a Christmas gift, and it just sat in a corner until they sold it at a garage sale. And I sold this thing for $85 plus shipping, and it was almost exactly the size of a 12 by 12 by 8 USPS, one of those free boxes. So literally just set it in a box. It already had all of its own styrofoam packing. Ridiculously easy to pack that thing up. So I had an easy $85. Then we sold a couple of comics. The first one, this is Son of Satan #1. This was a CGC graded comic, and I paid right about $25 for this in an online auction, and it sold to Australia, 132 Australian dollars. The Australian dollar, it bounces. I think right now it's like 72 cents to the US dollar. So right about $100, I think, is what this was US. And it didn't cost all that much to ship it. So, but still, we don't make a ton of money on it, but I'm learning a new area, and I learn by doing. So I've been buying some comic books, and that's how I learn. And we've sold a couple, not for huge profit, but the education is profit for me as well. So I'm really happy with that sale, and I'm happy with this sale too. This was Tomb of Dracula number 19. Early Blade appearance in this one, so that's why I picked it up. And a really cool cover. I thought it was awesome, and I paid about $30 for this one, thereabouts, and it sold for $77.18 plus shipping. Again, not a whole lot of profit, but I basically doubled my money, and I learned a little bit about buying and selling graded comics. Then we sold this Sony condenser mic. I picked this up at an estate sale. I actually picked up 2 of them. I've got one more that I've got to get listed. Picked it up for $20. They were $20 a piece, and it sold for $70 plus international shipping, this going up to Canada. Look for that old tech, especially Sony. It does sell very well. He-Man poster. This a vintage movie poster. Really cool. Dolph Lundgren, and it sold for $50. Again, an international sale. This one going to the UK. Guess what? Another international sale. I've had a whole bunch of them here in the last couple of weeks. This, the Teletubby. This is Poe. Remember the red Teletubby? We got this on that same weekend where I went up to the haunted prison. Went out of town and went and spent the night there. This was at the store across the street from the prison. And this was one of the recalled Teletubbies. And I took an offer on this one. I was hoping to get a little more than $50 for it, but I thought, you know what, let's just move it out. It took $45 plus international shipping to Australia for this guy. Then we sold a couple of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtle figures. Neither one of them actually turtles. We sold Zack and Walkabout. This for $53.25 plus international shipping. These going to France. And then one more to tack on there. Department 56 ornament I've been selling through. This might be my last Department 56 ornament, actually. I'll have to go back and pull it and pack that thing tonight because this just sold today. If you remember a little bit back, I went to that sale with a ton of Christmas. And I bought an entire shelf of Department 56 ornaments for $50. This single ornament sold for $40.19 plus international shipping. This one's going to Germany. I sold a whole bunch of those for between $30 and $40. I might have 1 or 2 more back there, but we made a lot of money off these Department 56. So keep an eye out for those. Even if you think, I think most of these are kind of goofy looking. They're not my thing. They wouldn't hang on my tree, but some people like them, and some people collect them, and they sell for really good money. Just because you like it or don't like it doesn't really impact how it sells on eBay. That's something I learned pretty early. And I also learned very often, at least in terms of clothing, ugly sells. If it's ugly, if it's loud, if it's gaudy, very often that's going to sell for really good money. So that's what I've sold, or not all that I've sold, but that's some highlights of what I've sold here over the last couple of weeks. And we're actually, in terms of subscriber, you guys have been watching the subscriber count with me. When I'm putting this video together, we're at 9,975. We're 25 away from 10K. It's moving so slow to get there, but we are going to get there. It's coming very quickly. This channel's only been going for a couple of years. So the fact that we are right on the footstep, no, we're on the doorstep. That's where we are, the doorstep of 10K. Pretty incredible. I did get a comment here recently from Pavel. Actually, here it is. Check it out. Pavel was wondering, why do I have so few subscribers compared to other channels that pretty much have the same type of content? Yeah, I don't know. That's the magic question, Pavel. I mean, you see some channels just randomly take off, and others that are really, really good, they sit there unnoticed, and it takes a while to get going. Now, I think we've certainly gained some traction over the last little bit, and we picked up some subscribers a lot faster than I thought we would. So I'm by no means disappointed at where we're at right now. But I don't know the answer to that. Very often it takes one viral video. Somebody stumbles on that garage sale, right? They find that collection. They are able to put together that video. And a lot of people subscribe off of one particular video. That happens a lot of time. So, I'm happy with how we're doing it because it is natural growth. And we have a whole lot of people that subscribe to the channel, watch the channel regularly. We see a lot of these channels out there with tons of subscribers, and their videos get about as many views as mine do. Right? They have a lot of subscribers, they just don't get the views. So I'm thrilled that the people that subscribe to this channel also watch this channel. So thank you so much. And I did want to take a minute here, it's going to be a couple minutes, to point out a couple of those channels because, like I said, sometimes channels sit there and they have fantastic content and people don't know they're there. And so I wanted to take a shot right here to point out a couple of those. Now, not every channel, not every YouTuber is for every viewer. I get that, right? But I've got a pretty good list here. So there are certainly some on this list that you are going to enjoy that maybe you haven't heard of before. And we can help some of these channels hit milestones as well. So in no particular order here, we've got Lil Miss Q. She is in watching the channel all the time. She's a supporter of our channel, and I sure appreciate her. She's at 640 subs. Let's get over there and help her get to 1,000, right? I think we can do that. Old School Picker. He just moved past 2,000, 2.05, I think, is where he's at, and he needs a lot more. Yeah, he's very, very good. Cajun Reseller, you want to know about plush, want to know about toys? This guy sells on eBay, on Mercari, on Amazon. He knows all about this stuff. Really good. Chris is a fantastic guy as well, and he's on the edge of hitting 2K, 1.76 the last I checked. So go over there and subscribe to Cajun Reseller. Flippin' Hippos, like me, working towards 10K. Talk about plush, the plush queen right here, 9.25K. Right on the edge, like I said, of 10,000. Go over there and give Flippin' Hippos some love. Brendan over at Dad Planet, 2.66 thousand. Certainly a good audience there. He puts out really good content. Go check that out. We've got the Philly Picker at 1,500. Go check out Philly Picker. There's Philly Pickers and Flippers. Check out Philly Picker. Aaron, Rebel Junk, 505. Aaron needs some more subscribers. Go check out Aaron at Rebel Junk. Let's work on getting her up to 1,000 subscribers. She also pops in time to time for sure. Bluegrass Picker just moved over 1,000 subs. I think 1.06 right now. So congratulations, man. That is awesome. I don't think I told you that when that happened. And actually, I don't know if I was their first live, but it was, I think, maybe my first live. He interviewed me on his channel, which was really cool. And so I sure appreciate him giving me a chance to do that. If you want to know about, sports stuff, cards in particular, he is really good with the cards and he can play the guitar. So, I mean, what more do you want right there? My man, Art Vandeleg, go check that out. His videos are awesome. They're always, really easily digestible. He sells a wide array of stuff and he's such a fantastic guy. So go check him out. The Hoogs. This is one that we can do, guys. If you're not subscribed to the Hoogs, I think this channel can help push them up over 1K. They have 886 subscribers last I checked. This might be the most undeserved low count on this entire list. They are really, really good. Reselling couple that find fantastic items, and their videos are top notch as well. They're funny. Talking about dad jokes. We got mom jokes in this one. Go check out the Hoogs, okay? 886 subscribers. We can get them up over 1,000. They deserve to be monetized, and you deserve to go get some of their content. It will help your store get better. You will be a better reseller because of watching the Hoogs. Go check them out. Flips Finds Fun is another one, 1.87K. Let's help get them to 2,000. And then one more to tack on the list. This one, actually a recommendation from my man, Harry Tornado, and I've started watching her, and he's right. She's very good. Mama Says Thrift, only 195 subs. Let's get that number up as well. So you saw all of the channels in there. Go back, rewind the video, find some that you are not subscribed to. Go subscribe. Tell them I sent you, and let's try and get them some more subscribers. I do want to actually drop a couple of thanks as well. Certainly can't thank everybody that's helped me get to this point, but there are several channels that have really, really helped me. And Primetime Treasure Hunter, Dom, he is one of them. He's helped me a ton. He actually helped push me to 1,000 when I was at 900 something. He put my channel up in his Facebook group and said, hey, let's push him past 1,000. And he did that. So Dom, thank you so much for your support, my friend. He continues to help me. Comic books, He's helping me learn about those. He's a fantastic resource. Go check out his channel if you have not. The Commonwealth Picker. He is also now the Commonwealth Flipper. Go check out him. If you have not checked out his channel, Kevin is a fantastic human person. He's a good friend, and I sure appreciate all that he's done to help our channel grow as well. All of a sudden, my channel would see random spurts of growth, and I would know, oh, maybe Kevin mentioned me on his channel. And sure enough, that's what happened. So he sent some of his people over here, and I can't thank him enough, Kevin. I really, really appreciate it. Kat, the Nurse Flipper, I've been on her show a couple of times. We started about the same time, and it's been cool to see her growth just exponentially, and she is so good at this. She knows a lot about a lot of stuff, so go check out Kat. And then I mentioned him, Josh at Harry Tornado. His channel exploded, and he is fantastic as well. So go check out Josh. I actually just ordered a hat from him today, so I'm excited to get that sent over to me. Like I need any more hats, right? But I figured I'm about to hit 10K. I can buy a new hat. We do actually have a giveaway. We haven't done a giveaway for a couple days, so you know what? Let's do that. So what are we giving away today? Well, this one is sort of targeted. Now, before it's been, hey, whoever wants to, just comment down below, whatever you want to say, and we're randomly picking somebody out of that. We're going to go a little bit more narrow. Well, I guess we could just say narrower, right? We're going to dial it down a little bit. I know I have a lot of new or newer resellers that watch this channel, and so I wanted to do something for those folks. So what we've got here is an Accutech scale. Okay, this goes up to 50 pounds. It's digital. This is the one that I use. This is fantastic. I really like this scale. You have to have this in your arsenal. If you're going to be a reseller, I know a lot of people use like a bathroom scale when they start out or something like that. Especially when you're doing first class, that's not going to work. You need a scale. So I've got a scale, and I actually have right here some Scotty peelers. We got red, white, and blue Scotty peelers. These are really good, especially if you're doing retail arbitrage or if you're trying to get those stickers off from Goodwill, that sort of thing. Heat them up. You can get a heat gun. I actually use a hairdryer, and then this thing will peel them off beautifully. You save your fingernails. It's going to be good. So we're going to put these things together, and now I can't stop anybody. Anybody that wants this certainly can enter for it, but I would love if this went to a newer reseller that doesn't have a scale and really needs one. So if that's you, I want you to comment down below in the comments and whatever you want to say, but also include the word new. Let's do that. N-E-W, new. And so that is the word that I'm going to search for when we randomly select a comment. So I guess if you want to get this and resell it, you certainly can. But I'd love if this went, like I said, to a newer reseller that absolutely needs one of these to up their reselling game. So if you want this, just comment whatever you want, but be sure to include the word new, and we will pick a winner for that sometime next week. So that's what I've got for you now today, guys. We're going to finish this thing up. I got to go make dinner, and then the Cowboys are on tonight. I think finally they're going to get a win. 3 losses in the last 5 games. It's been brutal. I'm a Cowboys fan. I'm used to it. It's been a quarter century of disappointment. This is nothing new. But I think tonight, I think tonight, I got to get going. We'll see you guys.